We begin tonight with the weather impact. Right now we're seeing rain and lightning on radar as storms are moving through central Indiana overnight. Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 11 o'clock. Angel is tracking it. Do we have any severe threat tonight?
That's the good news. An update from earlier. We are no longer under the threat of severe weather.
Good.
However, you may wake up to some rumbles of thunder. That's definitely still in the forecast. Some rain, some rumbles of thunder overnight. You can see this line of rain and storms moving from north to south across parts of central Indiana, mainly impacting the northern part of our viewing area. Give you a couple of closer views. We have some lighter rain moving into Lebanon and Boone County, Danville and Avon and Hendricks County, and then some pockets of heavier rain approaching the Rockville area just west of Rockville and then just east of Lafayette. This is live Doppler 13 radar showing some of the pockets of heavier rain near Kokomo and then pushing off to the east. Last local stop here is Interstate 69. We expect this to continue to fill in from north to south over the next several hours. The good news, it's out of here by the morning drive.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. And now to a stabbing at a home on the southwest side of Indianapolis. Tonight, police are confirming one man was killed, 3 other people and a dog were injured. Our Logan Gay was at the scene talking with officers and neighbors about this shocking crime that played out in broad daylight. Logan.
Yes, Scott, this afternoon, people living along South Lockburn Street near Kentucky Avenue and Holt Road stood outside their homes watching detectives work. They were stunned to learn about the violence that hit so close to home.
It's shocking. It's usually just quiet around here and everybody knows everybody. I mean, they're nice people, all nice people.
Police say officers were called to the home on a report of a stabbing. When they arrived, they found 2 women and a man outside suffering from stab wounds. Inside the home, investigators say they found another man dead with stab wounds and a dog that had also been injured. Mary Lou Stillwell has lived in the neighborhood for more than 10 years and says the people who live in the home mostly kept to themselves and seemed like ordinary neighbors.
I can't believe something happened over there. They're just quiet people as far as I can tell.
Police say the 2 women were taken to the hospital in critical condition. The man was hospitalized in serious but stable condition, and the injured dog was taken to an animal hospital for treatment.
Isn't that personal? I mean, that's different, yeah. Because you hear the shootings every day. I mean, we're almost used to that, but stabbing's kind of different.
Detectives are still working to figure out what led up to the violence. Investigators say they believe this was an isolated incident and are trying to determine how everyone involved is connected.
You don't hear of this type of violent crime. That's why, again, it's very scary and traumatic to the kids out here, neighbors. This just shouldn't have happened.
And while neighbors wait for more answers, Stillwell says the violence has left many people on edge.
Keep the doors locked, I guess. That's a shame that you had to do that, but that's what it's coming to, So, yeah, it's sad. It's very sad.
IMPD is asking anyone who has any information in the area to check their cameras and to come forward if they know anything.
Police will get some tips. Logan, thanks so much. Tonight we're hearing from a man who says his act of kindness landed him in the hospital.
I seen that and his instinct took over, I guess. So that's what I do, try to help people.
That is Michael Hennessy, who survived a triple shooting in Muncie. Hennessy told us Sunday he was doing something he does twice a day, driving down Walnut Street to his friend's house, but something stopped him. You see, he saw a man pulling a woman by her feet down the sidewalk. So he and his friend got out and tried to help the woman, but that's when the gunfire started. Hennessy tried to get away, but he was hit twice.
I'm alive, I'm kicking it still. I don't care about what anybody says. I just want my friend to be all right. And I want to be out of this freaking hospital.
Police arrested the 21-year-old suspect. 23-year-old Cheyenne Rains died from her injuries that day. Hennessy tonight is praying that his friend is okay and that there's justice for all of them. Now to a trend the Marion County prosecutor calls alarming. 3 Indianapolis teenagers accused of murder and facing charges now in adult court. Prosecutor Ryan Mears told us that in any given year, his office will waive a handful of kids to adult court for murder. But it's now happened 3 times in just 2 weeks. 16-year-old Amonte Douglas appeared in court today. He's charged with killing 2 other teens and injuring a third last April. He was just 15 at the time of that shooting that unfolded at a home near 27th and Harding. 16-year-old Richard Williams and DeMonte Satter are also making their way through adult court, accused of killing people in separate investigations. So we asked the prosecutor about navigating these cases.
We are dealing with 3 young people who were charged with murder, but on the other side of this, we're dealing with people who lost their life. When you're dealing with homicide cases, I think it's really important that we strike that appropriate balance of understanding that we're dealing with kids, but also appreciating the gravity of the actions of what they're accused of doing.
All 3 of those teens are in jail tonight without bond until their cases conclude. Amonte Douglas is due back in court in July. Here's a look at the other stories making headlines right now. Tonight we're working to learn what led to a deadly crash in Plainfield. This happened this morning at Quaker Boulevard and Stout Heritage Parkway. Investigators say the wreck involved 2 cars. At least 1 person died. Tonight, the federal government owes the state of Indiana millions of dollars for immigration detention at the Miami Correctional Facility. That's according to our partners at the Capitol Chronicle. So far, Indiana has not received reimbursement for 2026 expenses, but has spent more than $7 million this year to house detainees. The Indiana Department of Correction tells us there is no unexpected delay. They expect to have a 90-day turnaround once a streamlined payment process is established. Tonight, the Department of Public Works is outlining plans for several new construction projects in our city. They are plans chosen by the Indianapolis Metropolitan Planning Organization to get funding. So we're talking millions of dollars for roundabouts, trails, and other improvements across Indianapolis. Tonight, there's a new program aimed at addressing food insecurity here in central Indiana. Eli Lilly is going to help provide 500,000 meals across 15 communities, including here in Indianapolis. This initiative will support United Way of Central Indiana's food distribution at Gleaners and Second Helpings. Plus, it will help Hatch provide cold storage options at food pantries and expand the Pacers Foundation's Drive and Dish program. Remember, you can find all of our latest local stories streaming anytime. Just scan this QR code on your screen.